More details to report about the materials seized from Mar-a-Lago. The unsealed inventory reveals dozens of empty folders marked classified. Sarah Murray has the story.
A newly unsealed inventory revealing the trove of materials seized from Mar-a-Lago, including thousands of government documents and 103 papers marked classified, intermingled with magazines, newspapers, press clippings, photos, and articles of clothing.
You know, mostly the boxes, pictures and newspapers and shirts and gear and, you know, golf balls and just, it's a lot of stuff. You know, when you're there for 4 years, it's a long time.
While Trump has downplayed what was recovered by the FBI, a 7-page list ticks through how sensitive the material was. 18 documents marked top secret, 54 documents marked secret, and 31 documents marked confidential. Investigators also collected dozens of empty folders with a classified banner or labeled "Return to Staff Secretary/Military Aid."
None of this is going to help Donald Trump.
A federal judge in Florida unsealing the inventory and pondering whether to appoint a special master to independently review the seized material.
The whole idea of a special master is a bit of a red herring. At this stage, since they've already gone through the documents, I think it's a waste of time.
The investigators' haul, which included more than 11,000 government documents without classified markings, revealed just how much Trump was holding on to even after more than a year of negotiating the return of documents and 18 months after leaving office.
So what you do is you accumulate a lot of stuff over a term, and then all of a sudden you're leaving, and stuff gets packed up and sent. Right. All sorts of stuff.
But in Trump's office alone, investigators retrieved a number of boxes, including 27 documents marked classified in some way.
People say this was unprecedented. Well, it's also unprecedented for a president to take all this classified information and put them in a country club, okay?
And investigators found them after Trump's team had assured the government any potentially classified materials had been kept in a more secure storage room. And after a representative for Trump signed a document saying everything with classified markings had been turned over a month before the search. Meantime, in a separate criminal investigation into the January 6th attack at the U.S. Capitol and the events leading up to it, former Trump White House lawyers Pat Cipollone and Patrick Philbin appearing before a grand jury today. Both men pushed back on efforts to overturn the 2020 election and are key witnesses to the final days of Trump's presidency. CNN reporting they appeared after weeks of discussion with the Justice Department over executive privilege.
And that was Sarah Murray reporting. Meanwhile, sources say former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows has turned over more documents to the National Archives. While not directly connected to that search at Mar-a-Lago, the National Archives realized it was missing some records received by the January 6th committee. Sources say the materials involved were text messages and emails. None of it was classified. Meadows was one of the people chosen by Donald Trump to work with the archives, and he reportedly spoke to the former president about returning documents last summer. Trump's attorneys have advised the former president to cut all ties with Meadows.